Welcome to the top 10 stories of the month. February might be the shortest, but that just means all the game news is packed even tighter. We comb through the headlines so you can stay up to date on the games you love. Hit that subscribe button and we'll bring the hottest stories right to you. These are the top 10 news stories of February. Number 10. Kingdom Hearts Funko Pops. So you take one of the most beloved action RPGs and combine it with one of the most popular toy lines. Seems like a match made in heaven, right? Unfortunately, the Kingdom Hearts Funko Pop line doesn't include the main trio of Sora, Riku, and Kairi, but you can grab Disney staples like Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Chip and Dale. Those are hitting stores soon, with smaller keychain versions coming first. We took a look at the whole lineup at Toy Fair, and you can check out those galleries over on GameSpot. Number 9. Overwatch Character Teases. After getting Ana and Sombra, Overwatch fans have been champing at the bit for a new hero, and Blizzard has started teasing the next character. First, the studio published an in-character interview with Effie, an 11-year-old inventor from the fictional city of Numbani, Nigeria. Then at DICE, director Jeff Kaplan showed off some concept art featuring a giant spider robot we've never seen before. Could that be one of Effie's inventions? Well, Kaplan did say the spider is, quote, not who you think it is. Since then, the in-game Numbani map has been updated, and the Doomfist gauntlet has gone missing. So what's really going on? Number 8. No Switch Virtual Console at launch. The Nintendo Switch is about to launch. You might even have one of those fancy leaked units already. But whether you have yours now or you have to wait until launch day, you won't be able to access the Virtual Console. The service won't be live on day one. The same goes for streaming video sites like YouTube and Netflix. Of course, you can still buy more recent downloadable games via the eShop. And if you want more Switch coverage in the meantime, check out our in-depth live stream on the console's OS. Number 7. NES Classic Sales and Shortages. Remember how hard it was to get your hands on an NES Classic? Well, it still is. But despite the shortages, the tiny console has managed to sell 1.5 million units. Now I know what you're thinking, how can the thing sell so many if I can't even find one? And Nintendo hears you. President Tatsumi Kimishima addressed the shortages in an earnings call, saying that some internal parts of the NES Classic take time to acquire, and that the company is working to meet the demand. So hey, maybe you'll get one by 2020. Number 6. The SNES Game Mail Fiasco. Let's jump from the first Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. A Redditor by the name of Bew is aiming to digitally preserve every SNES game, and others are helping out by mailing in physical cartridges. In one case, a package contained between $7,000 and $10,000 worth of games, and it went missing. That basically spelled the end of the preservation project, until the US Postal Service caught wind of the incident and stepped in. Thankfully, the package was found and forwarded on to BU, who certainly learned a valuable lesson about shipping valuables in the mail. This is exactly why we have insurance. Number 5. God of War devs art leak. We all know Sony Santa Monica from the God of War series, but the team was also working on a sci-fi game once upon a time, and we might have gotten a peek at the canceled project. The pictures were published by an ex-employee, and you can see them all for yourself on Imager. What you'll find is a bunch of space punk style concept art featuring pirate and military looking characters, creepy aliens, and giant monsters. Maybe this would have made for a solid PS4 exclusive, but for now, we'll just have to look at the space unicorns and wonder what could have been. Number 4. Shadow of Mordor's sequel. Do you remember Middleearth Shadow of Mordor? It was GameSpot's 2014 Game of the Year after all. Well, Monolith is back at it with Middleearth Shadow of War. After its existence leaked on Target's website, the studio dropped an awesome announcement trailer featuring the return of heroes Talion and Celebrimbor. Just like Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War takes place between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. It's headed to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on August 22nd in North America and August 24th in the UK, and a gameplay trailer is coming next week. Number 3. PlayStation Now Cancellations. Speaking of canceled PlayStation things, PS Now is ditching every platform except PS4 and PC. So that means no more streaming on PS3, Vita, Vita TV, or any smart TV running the PS Now app. Those will all be phased out by August 15th, with some TVs losing access on April 1st. And no, this whole thing isn't some elaborate April Fool's joke. Number 2. The Castlevania TV Show. While we're talking about streaming, let's talk about the new Castlevania Netflix series. It's being produced by Adi Shankar, who also produced The Grey and Dread. He says the show is in the same vein as Game of Thrones, and that it's based on Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. So if it follows the game, we'll see Trevor Belmont fighting it up in 15th century Europe. Alucard himself might show up too. The show is animated by Frederator, a name you might recognize from Fairly OddParents and Adventure Time. Now, just picture them doing a bloody R-rated cartoon. Number 1. E3 going public. When it comes to video games, there's no event bigger than E3, and if you've ever wanted to experience it for yourself, now you totally can. For the first time ever, public tickets are being sold so that anyone can make the trek to Los Angeles for all the big announcements. Early bird pricing has ended, but as of the time of this video, you can still grab full price tickets. And who knows, maybe you'll see your favorite GameSpot people there too. So those were the biggest stories of February. Quite a lot for a short month. If you want to keep up with everything else going on this year, make sure you hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, you can stay tuned to GameSpot for all the best reviews, features, and gameplay.